Hey everyone, welcome back to the Intelligent Conversations podcast. Today I have the honor to learn from Jacob Posteraro. Jacob is a musician and he creates music and has fun doing it. So Jacob, thank you for coming on today. I appreciate
You're very welcome.
For taking the time to come on the show today. But here's a question that I'm going to open up with, and that is music. What's kind of your passion? What kind of drew you there? And for the audience, just kind of give them, you're 16 years old, right? Is that my hit?
17 now. I turned 17 recently.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. So what got you into music, man?
Well, when I was a kid, childhood was kind of a bit of a rough patch. So I guess the way to escape everything was kind of just listen to music. So usually I'd listen to a lot of calm rock. I'd listen to a lot of Pink Floyd. I'd listen to a bunch of like soft kind of music, and then when I delved into lo-fi, that's when kind of everything opened up to me. I started making my own kind of music to try and, I guess delve more into that. So I guess my inspiration is more just
other artists.
Yeah, I'd say just it's more of a kind of an escape, a way to express myself.
And that's the thing with any type of art form.
Yeah.
I've had musicians, artists, and comedians on, and each art form is unique in its own way. And it's cool that you're pursuing this. So kind of tell me, what's the style of music you're kind of into?
Well, as an artist, I delve into a lot of different genres because I mainly produce. So I'm trying, mostly when I release stuff, it's more just what I have created and less of me focusing on a genre. So more recently, I guess I've been making more lo-fi kind of stuff. So it's more like calm, mellow beats.
What's lo-fi?
Lo-fi is a genre where basically it's a very calm and usually relaxing kind of beats, usually something you'd study to or something that you'd usually like just listen to on the background of something.
Gotcha. So I'm curious then, how do you kind of make that then? Because I've listened to it when I'm like working or, doing tasks that require some concentration. How do you kind of come up with that? Because it just kind of seems to be, I don't know. How do you come up with that?
Well, it's not that complicated lo-fi compared to other genres where you have to take different like pieces and combine them together. It's more just keeping a like steady rhythm and everything and trying to kind of keep it as groovy as possible. So instead of more complicated genres where it's more like technical and stuff, lo-fi mainly consists on mood and kind of the emotion of the song.
No, I love that. So kind of to, I guess, build on that, do you sing yourself? I've listened to a few and some of them have lyrics. Do you sing to them? How does that kind of work?
I don't sing, but I would have some people like I'd help with and everything, and I'd use their vocals or they would record with me and everything. I don't sing myself, but I'd like to try one day.
No, that's good. I think you got it. So you do more of the producer type stuff, so like the behind the scenes and creating the beat type of thing. Yeah,
I think that in the music industry, producers aren't as visualized than other artists that are mainly just using their voice. So, one producer that's blown up recently, Metro Boomin, he mainly was a producer for small artists back in the day, and then, now I guess nowadays producers are more in the limelight than anything.
What do you mean that they're in the limelight? Like, it's like they're getting more of the attention now?
Well, there were producers for nearly every single artist imaginable, like all the way down to like early 80s and stuff. You'd have like Dr. Dre and stuff for NWA, and he'd produce for Death Row Records. He started like making his own and singing and everything, and that's when he got like way more attention. So, yeah. I guess
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I guess it's just, I don't know. I guess today people are starting to realize that it's like music isn't just the singer, I guess. So.
No, I hear you. It is more than, there's so many things that come into creating something.
Yeah.
I mean, even just, I mean, we can look at my experience with a podcast. Someone else is editing this. Someone else is, I mean, I do mostly the social media push and all that, but it's a lot of work that it requires to get it out there. So how do you put this all together to kind of create a song? What's your plan of attack to do that?
It's fairly simple. It's more just, I don't know, I'll be sitting watching TV and I'll randomly get the idea, ooh, I can make a song over something like, I'll be watching a show and then it's like, this show would go really nice if I made a certain track. So I guess inspiration for me is just anything I see in my life and I'm like, I could, you know, it kind of inspires me. Like, oh, I'll see a nice, I don't know, like my parents would be drinking coffee. I'm like, ooh, I can make a song that kind of sounds like it would be in like a coffee store or something, or like a coffee shop. It's like I look around and I just see something like, oh, I could make that into something.
That's cool. No, that's a great skill to have. So what is then kind of your, I guess, what is your, I don't want to say dream, but like, where do you see this going? What's kind of like the end goal here?
Everybody has a different goal when it comes to music. There's some people I know that's like, oh, I want to get big. I want a nice house. I want this. For me, it's just I want someone to be changed by my music. Like someone's in a rough patch and they listen to something that calms them or something. I don't really have much of an idea. I guess right now I'm just going with the flow, kind of.
And that's how it should be, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's how you create great music. Am I right? Like, is that how you...
Yeah, because most modern artists now, well, we've recently in the music industry seen a kind of a resurgence of a certain style, because I think it was around 2016, 2018, there was a big jump in this mumble rap scene where you had like artists like Juice WRLD and Uzi Vert and all that creating a very strict type of music. And nowadays we're more branching out to different genres. So now we have like funk music, we have all this like lo-fi tracks, we have different kind of indie music people are making and people are blowing up on. So it's, I guess music nowadays is broadened by a long shot. So
it's more accessible to...
Yeah.
Gotcha. So more people can create music, and it's easier to create as well.
Well, it's easier to create. It's always been easy to create. It's more just now people are starting to open their eyes to it more, because there's many artists from back in like 80s and 90s where, you know, they didn't get a lot of like people listening, and now because of, I guess, like people liking to listen to certain music, they're starting to blow up a lot more. So people listen to a lot of music from the past, I guess.
Which is crazy to think about. That something from that time period can just blow up today. I mean, imagine being that musician, right? You create all this music, and then 20 years later, or I mean, at 80s, that'd be like 40 years later, all of a sudden, you're like a big hit. Yeah,
like that one song from, I forget what it was from, Stranger Things, I think, where it was the I don't know what the name is, like the "If I Go Make a Deal with God," that song or whatever the name of it is. Mm-hmm. That was a very small song, and then the only people I knew that like knew of it before was like my dad or something, and then now everybody knows it. So
it's crazy to think about. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but also, I mean, with Stranger Things, I haven't seen the new season, but isn't that kind of also a throwback as well? So maybe like your parents would know, right? Because they're around. I'll be
honest, I haven't watched much of the show, but my dad likes it. He's an 80s kid. He lived most of his teenage life throughout the 80s, so that's his thing.
That's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that it all of a sudden just blows up. And I think TV shows, right, will also kind of help in other entertainment. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I'm kind of curious then, what are your thoughts on TikTok? Because it seems like music is like everyone will put the sounds behind whatever reel or TikTok that they do. From a musician's perspective, what do you think?
TikTok it's a plus and a minus in the music industry because you can have a very like something you worked like really hard on and then have it kind of be brought down by TikTok sometimes, like through memes or something, or someone can make fun of your music or something. But it can also be an upside. It can promote and everything. For me, I haven't used TikTok much, but I really want to start using it because that's right now in this like generation and everything. That's the main way to get your music out there, pretty much. TikTok, Reels, and the shorts and all that. So,
how much work have you done on that? Just like researching.
A little bit. It's stuff that I've noticed with other artists that I've looked at. It's stuff that I've like seen because there's other bunch of artists on TikTok that, are big and everything. Like Boy with Uke was an artist recently that blew up. Yeah, he blew up from a song on TikTok mainly, and now he did like a concert and everything and all that. And that was something that shows that TikTok can promote your stuff. And then you have some other artists, I forget the name of them, where their tracks were used as like jokes and everything. So I guess the song Ballin' by Roddy Ricch was a song that was used in a lot of memes. And he actually got a lot of backlash for that, I think.
Oh, so it's kind of, you're kind of playing like 50-50 odds there.
Yeah, the knife cuts both ways.
Gotcha. So, I mean, is that kind of then what you're thinking? Do you want to kind of blow up to a point where you do concerts and things like that?
I want to blow up to a point where someone can come up and see me and say, I listened to your stuff. I really enjoyed it. I hope that you keep making stuff and everything. Concerts, if I start singing, maybe, but
Gotcha.
I might.
Or even like organizing, if you have like vocalists, right, that you're paying or whatever deal you have with them.
I know people, that would want to do that. They're all focused on the big spotlight and everything, so I think they'd like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they'll enjoy that, but then you set up, like, I guess those concerts and kind of organize them. I mean, that could be something as well. So how do you have time to do this then? I mean, with school and everything that's keeping you busy.
Anytime that I get. I mean, the most of my, I usually do a lot of my homework and stuff in class so that I have time for this. So sometimes projects will take about like 5 minutes. Some will take about like 5 days. So it really depends on the project that I'm doing. Music, people can make songs in minutes now and blow them up. And sometimes someone will try and make a song for 30 days and it goes nowhere. I guess it's just more of, I don't know, not really timing.
I guess that's kind of my next question is what determines then if a song's going to blow up?
Nowadays, there's really nothing. It's more just if someone listens to your track, shows it to their friends, which they show to their friends, or if an algorithm likes you enough nowadays. It's less of, hey, I made a mixtape, buy it, and more of what if the algorithm will, show this more. There's really no way to predict it. It's more just make something the best you can and hope for the best.
And that's the best thing you can do. It's just
pretty much.
Put out, I mean, what is it? Gary V, he said that too many people get focused on those analytics and, impressions, numbers. And I'll admit, sometimes I look at those, I'm like, oh, I need to do this better. Oh, this is why this video blew up.
Oh, all of us do. Every single one of us.
But at the same time, it's like, look, if you just actually take the time and say, okay, how about we just try our best and put out something there? And if anything, I mean, this is kind of the key part with comments, I think, is you actually get, I mean, you'll get some of those haters, but you'll also get constructive criticism like, hey, why don't you try this?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I never even thought of that. I don't know. Have you had a similar experience?
Well, yeah, I've had people say, hey, if you're promoting something, do this instead of this, because I haven't taken any like marketing course in school or anything for what I'm doing, so I'm just learning it based off what I do. And I've had constructive criticism telling me do this, like trying to help me out and everything. So I see constructive criticism as sometimes or mostly a positive thing. It's more just someone trying to help you become a better person. But I've had a few haters here and there, but they don't bother me because you can't make everyone happy, obviously. Life isn't about you can't make everybody happier. There's always going to be someone that hates someone. So best to do is just make as many people as you can happy. I guess that's what music is, kind of. It's just letting people, I guess, making something for a group of people to enjoy. If people hate it, people hate it. They're not going to listen to it, so that's not my problem.
No, exactly. And if anything, those haters will help you because they're commenting. And speaking of algorithm, right? It's
algorithm. Back again with the algorithm, yeah.
It helps you out. And
yeah,
because that gives you more impressions, and you're like, you know what? If you're so concerned about what I'm doing and you're going to help me, like, sure, you can say I'm dumb or this sucks or whatever it may be. And it's hurtful, right? It's not fun to...
yeah, it's some of them can definitely get to me, but most of the time it's like you took time out of your day to comment this, or you took time out of your day to do this. So more or less, this is on you. So
like, obviously I'm occupying space in your brain. It's
yeah, it's like I'm doing something, clearly.
No, I agree. But yeah, it's just kind of got to roll with the punches. And I like that point where you said that you can't really please everyone. As much as we'd like to, you can't. And you just got to deal with it. Someone's always going to hate someone. It's kind of just how life is. Yeah, it's true. Someone's not going to like what you're doing. And I don't know, some of it could be from, like, maybe they're just jealous of you. It's like, oh, I wish I could do that. Or some of it may just be, I don't know, from a value standpoint. They might be just saying, oh, I don't like how he's living his life. It's like, cool, bro. You're living your life that way, and I don't like it. It's like, I've had one person, like, comment on my looks saying, like, oh, you look like you haven't had a shower. And I looked at it, and I'm like, I showered, like half an hour ago. I don't know what this guy's saying. That was my first thought, and my second thought was, you took time out of your day to look at me for a good 15, 30 seconds and say, this guy doesn't look like he's had a shower. So, just, I don't know. Why would someone say that?
I don't know. People just, I guess, have too much time on the internet and be like, I'm going to take a good, like, 15 minutes out of my day to think of something to say. I'm just like, you could, do better things, like go outside and, look at cars go by. That's fun. I don't know. Like, or just keep scrolling. That's the easiest thing you could do. Yeah, so. It's your life, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to sit there and scroll and comment on other people's posts, then sure. Like, if I see 100%. Something I don't like, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I just keep scrolling. It's like, it's like, oh, okay, well. I would even say sometimes I'm not a big commenter, but I'll like to go and read the comments of other posts, because especially somewhere there's going to be friction in the comment section, because then you kind of just see, all right, this is what's going on. These people think this. These guys think this. Like, you see all these perspectives. You're like, all right, so this is what's really going on. And you kind of get a clear picture. Yeah. I've just started kind of becoming a commenter. I'm more the one that, like, I kind of like, I guess I like to see the world burn, I guess. I start the friction and then, like, let it all unfold. Like, it was amazing. That was the one comment where it was like, you need to take a shower. I'm like, that's not even relevant to what I said. It's like, okay, then. Yeah, no, I hear you. And, I mean, this is just to offer kind of the other side of that. And they would say, I mean, the reason why they probably, I mean, I'm with you. In real life, I like to actually kind of start friction just to kind of see what happens. It brings out people. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. But the reality is
online they can't get the tone of your voice or your facial expressions, so they don't see, oh, he's just screwing with me. And so I mean that's kind of that side of it. It's just words to them, and they're like, oh my gosh, how dare he say something like that.
I think that's the best part, actually. They think it's serious, and then I'm sitting there behind my phone like, hey, that's funny. Seeing all the comments run by. Oh yeah.
Hey, if you find humor in that, props to you, man. Because I'll tell you, I read those comments and I find it funny. So you bring joy to people's lives.
Same thing. Can't please everybody.
Yep.
Some people read and be happy. Some people be like, no, I need to comment under this.
Yeah. And I mean, just kind of go along humor here. You look at comedians there. How many of them have got so much just hate mail and ridiculous?
Like tons. I know so many comedians that have gotten so much hate. Small comedians, large comedians.
That's the beauty of humor, though.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
that a certain group of people are gonna like it, and the others are gonna be outraged about it.
Yeah. I heard once that there was a rule to comedy where if you were a certain race, you can make jokes about that. So I'm Italian. I make Italian jokes about myself. And then people would get offended by that, be like, you can't say that. And I'm just like, I have an Italian flag hanging on the wall. Like, I don't know. Like, people get offended for stuff that they're not related to, I guess.
Yeah, well, you can't please everyone. I like that. And so, just kind of, this is completely random, but you mentioned you have an Italian flag there. Are you from then originally? Like,
no, my grandparents are from Italy.
Oh, that's cool.
My dad he wasn't born in Italy, but he was about I think it was a month for being born in Italy. Dang. So I think that's close enough.
Yeah, that's close enough, man.
Oh yeah. I get every side of the Italian thing, wooden spoon being thrown at you if you say the wrong thing and all that. Oh, yeah.
You guys have some of the best food. I'll tell you that. I got the chance to go to New York last year. Oh, my gosh. I went to Little Italy. I don't know if that's, real stuff, but...
Oh, yeah. New York is the most Italian, non-Italian place you'll ever go, pretty much.
Why non-Italian, too?
Well, it's not Italy. It's Italy, but it's not there. It's like something you'd buy off Wish a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
They got some good food.
Oh yeah, no, I have to say, hands down, best food I've ever had. So it's my favorite.
Italian cuisine is very good. I'm glad I grew up on it, so it's kind of I guess, watered down my taste in Italian food.
Well, hate to break it to you, man. It's not going to get better than that. That's best stuff, in my opinion.
Pasta 3 times a week. Oh yeah, greatest thing.
Yeah. No, that's cool. So you mentioned you haven't taken any marketing classes at school. Is that you planning on doing that, or?
Yeah, I plan on. Well, here in Canada, we have we're able to take a grade 13 and everything. So you basically, so we have. Usually, there's for us we have grade 9, 10, 11, 12 for high school. So that's you're from America, right? Or,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the freshman, senior, all that stuff. Yeah, we also can take another year, grade 13, where you can basically take all non-course, or how do I say it? Not mandatory courses, and just take whatever you feel. So instead of having to take the math and everything, you can just take all business courses or all this or all that. And you can also do a half year. So you can only take, half a year and then everything else. It also looks very good when you go to apply for a college and everything. So
they like that.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, this guy stayed for another year. He studied all business courses. We should take him. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I almost like that better because then it gives you a chance to actually pursue something that you're interested in. And if anything, the colleges benefit from that because Although I would say like the first year of college is a lot of introductory stuff and kind of those generals here in the U.S. And
I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm still in high school.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. But no, that's cool. Marketing's it's fun. It's a good skill to have, and if you can do it well, you'll never have to sell. So
Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm like, next, I plan on taking the grade 13 and doing most of the business and marketing courses they have to offer. So I'm okay with that.
there you go.
Wait.
So it seems like you have a pretty good grasp on what you see for yourself in the future, and I think that most kids don't do that. How did you kind of develop that?
Spend a lot of time alone. A lot of time just, yeah. Well, it's more just I had enough time on my hands to really like research it. Like,
Gotcha.
I mean, I did have the help of friends and everything, and people, kind of point me in the right direction. I've met people who have helped me, people who seemed a little bit sketchy with marketing and everything. So I've seen both sides of the spectrum. So
Kind of curious, what's the sketchiest experience then? Who's these sketchy marketers?
yeesh. There's one guy, he was in the center of this one town that I went to, and I walked into his office, and it was a giant room, like bigger than my basement, and I looked around, and there was a table with a bunch of random cell phones and everything on it, and in the other corner there was a green screen and 2 chairs. And he's like, "Oh, we can give you your own TV show for free on this one streaming service no one's ever heard of. We can give you your own podcast on a streaming service that nobody's ever heard of." And I'm sitting there, and I was sitting there for like 45 minutes to like an hour listening to him talk about, "Oh, we can give you this, we can give you that." And then it randomly switched to corruption of government stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's my cue to leave. That's my cue to go, because I'm like, this guy is gonna either have me sit here for 2 hours or kidnap me. So I was like, okay, thanks for meeting with you. I will definitely contact you. And I never contacted him again. Oh, yeah.
No, that'll do it. That's
Like, he had a kitchen in his office. Like,
did he live there then?
I don't know. There was no bed. Like, it was in this like townhouse. There was one room where it had a kitchen and everything, and this other room where it looked like a studio. I'm like, this studio looks great, but where's the rest of it? And then they showed me the room.
There you go.
He said, "Oh yeah, I owned all these other businesses." I'm like, where did all the money go from all these other businesses? You said, "Oh yeah, I sold all of them." I'm like, I'm in a blank room. He said he's trying to start another one, and I'm like, there's nothing here.
Well, kind of. I mean, again, I'm kind of playing both sides here. Kind of put it in his perspective. Maybe he did just start, right?
Yeah.
He has no one working for him. He has no one, and starting a business is no walk in the park.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that it was like. I'm not saying it was awful. Like, he did have like a computer set up and everything. He had like everything right. Like, I believed him until he started telling me about corruption. Like, I believed that he was like starting a business, and me and him could partner and help out, and I could help out with everything. And then everything went haywire, and then I was like, okay, maybe this isn't as serious as I thought. So
yeah. No, it's good that you have the sort of the intuition to kind of say, hey, maybe this isn't for me. So then walk me through this. How do you kind of come to that decision making of, okay, maybe I shouldn't partner with this guy, or, oh, hey, this would be a great person that we can kind of work together?
Well, if I'm with someone that I'm like working with, my goal is to get to know them. So my goal with you or with any other person that I'm working with in music is to get to know them, look into them, kind of like, not really a background search, but more just, see your social media, see how it rolls, see how you're doing, knock on the door and everything, pretty much. So I guess if I'm like working with someone and I look on their social media and it's all over the place, that there's nothing that's really set in stone. There's a lot of coming soon music or something, and I look on their discography and there's like 2 songs. I'm like, okay, so this guy definitely doesn't release a lot. Or if I'm talking to him and he sounds like he doesn't really have a focus on music, or if he doesn't really have his focus on what he's doing, then I'm like, okay, well, if he's not going to really focus on, the path that he's chosen or the thing we're about to collaborate with, then I don't think he's going to put as much effort as I think he would. So,
yeah. No, I love that. That's very good advice. I'm sure everyone can benefit, myself included. Could use that in various applications.
For anybody who's listening, always, if you're working with someone, do a background search. Know who you're working with, because you never know. Anything can be anything nowadays.
That's true, and it's easy to fake who you are online. I mean, we all get those spam DMs that through Instagram and.
Oh yeah, when I was starting out, nearly half of the people that would comment under my stuff or anything was the bots and everything. And I guess that's just with any social media, because I don't know, I guess there's gonna be that one person that's like, oh, this is real or something. Like, there's always gonna be that one person that's, a little delusional and doesn't know a bot from a real person. They don't even try. I don't know.
Yeah. Obviously they're still working because they're being used.
Yeah.
Someone's fallen for it. Sometimes I'm like, how? Just the wording on this?
I don't know whose grandma it is, but it's someone out there. It's like the scam call and everything.
They've evolved the call centers.
They've gotten good.
Give them credit. Other day, I got a call and they used an AI voiceover, and it sounded totally legit. I'm like, I'm talking with this dude, and all of a sudden it gets to the end, and I'm like, all right, can you just send over some information, and I'll send the information we need. They're like, no, send the information first. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, no, could you just send me an email? I'll literally send it via email to the information you need. And they're like, no. I'm like, all right, this is a scam.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that they don't realize, is that if you're willing to comply in any way, they should take it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give advice to any scammers out there, but
Exactly. Don't scam, kids.
No, don't scam. Dude, don't do it.
It's not good.
Oh yeah. But if you were, no, I'm kidding.
No. So, oh man, I hate to wrap this up, but I'm going to ask the intelligent question of the day. And that is, for any aspiring musician, someone that wants to start, creating their own music or doing what you do, what would be kind of your number one advice that you would give to them so then they could have the highest chance at success?
Don't hold out. Don't don't do the coming soon stuff. Just, if you feel like what you're making is good, just release it. Just do it. You can't sit back and, not do anything about it. You always got to keep posting, keep releasing, and that's usually how everything works. People on social media, they just, big people on social media, they keep posting stuff, and that's what keeps getting you, out there. So, and also advertise. Advertise is very important. Don't do one advertisement and just leave it. Keep advertising the same song over and over and over before and after you release it. That's pretty much, just do it. Don't hold back. Time doesn't wait for anybody. Yeah. Time doesn't wait.
It's great life advice that can translate anywhere.
All right.
Well, Jacob, thank you for coming on today. I appreciate you taking the time to come on the show. If people want to listen to your music, number one, and then number two, reach out to you, what's the best way that they can do that?
I post my music on SoundCloud. I'm just starting to post my music on Spotify and Amazon Music under the name Delicious, and any word that or any letter that can be replaced with a number. It's a little confusing, but under Delicious, you can find me on Instagram at Delicious Official. You can find me on YouTube at Delicious. I post some of my music video stuff there. You find me on TikTok, same name. There, it's more just me posting, myself. Yeah.
There you go. That's awesome. Well, thank you for coming on today.
No problem.
All right, everyone. As you can tell, that is Jacob Posteraro. He's a very intelligent person, has great things to share. I challenge you guys, if anything's spoken to you guys today, to reach out to him. I'm sure he'd be happy to chat with you. Stay tuned till next week. We have a great guest lined up for you guys. See you guys next week, and let's get after it. Hey everyone, if you liked this episode and would like to hear more, be sure to hit that subscribe or follow button. We release a new episode every Wednesday for you guys to listen to. Thank you guys so much for the support that you give. We could not have done this without you guys. If you would like to be a potential guest on the show, check out intelligentconvos.com and fill out the form there. Thank you guys again, and let's get after it.